We sold our house on the edge of town and sold my business in order to start our new journey and buy 20 acres of rural, undeveloped land to try our hand at homesteading. With zero experience, we are planting, growing, harvesting, preserving, raising livestock, building our home ourselves, beekeeping, homeschooling, really everything homestead you can think of, we are trying. We invite you to come alongside us in this learning adventure. If this interests you, which I pray it does, please subscribe to our channel and do please interact with us. We can all learn from each other. Today's an exciting day. Today is concrete. So I'm putting the girls up so it's one less obstacle in case, because I've got some nosy little girls. So putting them up, getting them some grain, and then waiting on the concrete to come. One thing I wanted to mention, because I think I forgot to mention this in previous clips, are building this dog room is also part of the water prevention to prevent our house from flooding again. If you missed our flood video, I will link it in the description box below. We got flooded really pretty bad, but so we've been repairing for that. And we've always wanted to do this dog room. So the dogs had a place, because we have so many. So to be able to put them somewhere when we have guests over, because it can be overwhelming, especially because they love people and want to jump all over. But anyway, on the back side of the house, on the back side of the dog room, we're going to be doing like a 3 to 4 foot block wall. So that's going to serve as like our retaining wall for when the water hits on the back side of the house. So yes, we're building a dog room, but it's also flood prevention since we're doing that retaining wall, like block wall on the back side. I'll flip you around and I'll show you. Here's a piece of equipment that we rented. And we're ready for the concrete truck. He's gonna drive that over this. He's gonna stay off the winter wheat that we just planted. Drive along this way, back around to the dog room area. So he's going to drive over here, dump it, and then I'm going to be moving the concrete. But this is what I was talking about. This wall right here, after we do the concrete, he's going to build a 3 to 4 foot block wall right here, because the water comes over from there through the creek, hits the house here. So our idea, ingenuity, was to build a concrete block wall at least 4 foot past here, so when the water hits, it'll force it away from the front of the house, force it to go, and we're on a slope too, so it'll force the water up around so that there's a barrier so the water doesn't go seep into the house like through the metal like it did last time. So that's the plan. And this time, instead of the dog room being on the back side of the house, if you see it right there, we're going to be moving it right here. That way, when the water hits, it's going to completely bypass that. That's our plan. We're just ready and waiting for the concrete to come.
Waiting for it.
I'll check back in with you guys.
I told him it was gonna be bouncy.
I'd like to thank you for faith and strength to win the day. Your words bring light, your power never dies and takes my fears away. It's not the hardest thing to do.
First load. First one.
Live my life your way. Make these changes, make
So T's job was to get the concrete into this little buggy that we rented, and it was my job to do all the laborsome work. So I had to do it with a quickness. If you've been around for any period of time, you know that I have chronic back issues, back pain. But I just toughed it out. I really wanted to get this dog room done, so that kept me motivated, and I just worked through the pain. I did have to stop a little bit, and I also got really hot really fast, and I regretted the decision to keep my hair down. So a little bit later, I took my sweatshirt off. So sorry in advance of what you're about to see. And then I also pulled back my hair.
It's not the hardest thing to do. How can I question you? Throw my life into the fray. Let go and live my life your way. Make these changes, make me strong. Lean to His grace to guide you on. Lord, I say from bending knee, I'll do what you ask of me. Oh, 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 Lord, please visit as I pray. Make my dreams become the days. Like a
This is our third concrete pour that I have assisted with. I helped pour, it was just T and I pour when the house was just a tiny house. And then I was the only one to help him with the pour when we extended out the other side. And now this is the third and hopefully final pour that we're having to do, or that I'm also having to help with. This should be our last one, although I really would like some type of a pavilion in the middle of our property, so when we host, not necessarily events, but when we have families over, especially in the spring and fall time, it would just be so nice to have some type of a concreted wood, cedar, roofed pavilion that I can string lights on, and we can just have a nice outdoor setting for some family or friend or party get-togethers, So that's my hopes and prayers for the future. But I also know that my husband is very tired of building. We have been building for many, many, many years, and we just want to be done. But maybe he'll have it in him to do some extra projects around the house once the build is done. I feel like he'll miss it after a while.
It's not the hardest thing to do. How can I question you? Throw my life into the fray. Let go and live my life your way. Make these changes, make me strong.
So without warning, my husband invited the concrete truck guy over to see what our project was. I was a little embarrassed because of what I was wearing, but it ended up being okay. He was such a nice guy. He was actually so shocked that I was the one doing all the laborsome work. Yeah, I'm a tough girl, and I put in the work when I need to.
It's not the hardest thing to do. How can I question you? Throw my life into the fray, let go and live my life your way. Make these changes, make me strong. Lean to His grace to guide you on. Lord, I say from bending knee, I'll do what you ask of me. Oh, 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 Lord, please visit as I pray. Make my dreams become the days. Like a child from a father's love, guide me as I'm growing up. It's not the hardest thing. I'll do this, will be over soon. Keep me close as I'm lost amongst the fray. Will these changes make me strong? Your grace makes all things possible. Life has brought me to my knees. God of heaven, please believe. I'll do what you ask of me.
And this is where I'm going to end today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It sure helps my small channel out. And next up will be our block work and framing, our block work for our water retaining wall and the framework and roofing. So if you would like to see that, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to be notified of when I upload future videos like the framing video. And as always, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.